Hello YouTube, this is Tattooed Alex on a beautiful Saturday evening, June 18th, and Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. So I've been having some difficulties with my volume in it, or I should say my the sound has been a lot of heavy distortion lately. So I've been trying a couple of different things. I probably shot about 5 or 6 videos, and man, everything that just the sound distortion is just unbearable. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit understandable, sometimes with ladder exhaust, but it just got to the point where it was just unlistenable. So I didn't want to put that stuff out there. I didn't want to put that content there. I just felt like, you know, if you can't understand it, I mean, I wasn't out in the mountains or anything, you know, there's great views other than the awesome, I mean, the trees and the plains and stuff that I drive through. So I thought, you know what, I better not put those out. So I put a boom mic on here yesterday, so I'm trying it for the first time. Kind of hoping this does the trick, because I'm about at the end of my wits. I'm running a Cena 10C, the all-in-one. So if anybody's got any advice on that for the sound distortion, I mean, I've got a I can't remember what they're called, like the cattails or something on here. I mean, I guess I could get another one too as well to see if that cuts that out. But before it was just a little those little wired mics, and so this was a actual boom mic that I put in. So I'm hoping the sound quality is much better here. So I am gonna take off. Lots happened actually in the past probably a month and a half since I've been having all these issues. So let me get going, and hopefully, let me shut the lid too to hopefully cut out some of that noise, but let me get going. So I've got some updates. I know I talked about my brother getting a bike, you know, sometime a couple of months back. He was looking at getting a bike, and he was all set, and well, he went ahead and signed up for the motorcycle safety course. So it's through Harley, and he's actually still on vacation, gets back tomorrow, but his class is actually next Sunday. Let me try and get ahead of some of these cars. Alright, well, hopefully this will be a good test to see how the volume sounds, but hopefully all that distortion's cut out, or if there is a little bit, hopefully it's definitely bearable. So I will not put it out if I don't think it's bearable enough to listen to. So hopefully hopefully it's a good one. So but yeah, he's got his class next Friday. It's 4 hours, and then he's got Monday and Tuesday to do his class. I said that's through Harley. It's actually through the same dealership where I bought my motorcycle, and he actually purchased the motorcycle as well. He's got one of his, I believe it's his father-in-law's cousin, had it's a 1990, I believe it's an Ultra Classic Unlimited, and I apologize if I don't have that name right. I'm not familiar with the bike that he has. I've seen pictures of it. It's definitely a bigger bike. I mean, it's got the you know, the fairings on there. I mean, honestly, to me, it kind of looks like a Street Glide, real similar. So it's definitely a little bigger than I would probably advise to start off, but you know, it was a great deal, and the engine was actually just rebuilt about 3,000 miles ago. So it's definitely a good running bike. So we're going to kind of try it. I'm going to let him take my bike. We go out, and I'm going to take his bike, and he's going to get a couple more miles under his belt and some more experience and stuff, and then kind of see what it's like. He'll, you know, I mean, heck, I'll even get on it and see what it's like. I mean, my VTX was a pretty big bike, so it was comparable to that. Obviously, I didn't have the, you know, the huge bat fairing and the hard bags on the side that this does. So it's going to be a little bit heavier than my VTXs, but you know, I'll take it out and see if I don't feel I'm comfortable on it. I mean, I don't have a problem telling them, you know, that, hey, honestly, I mean, I've been riding for about 16 years, but I mean, if I don't feel that I'm comfortable with the weight on it, and I'll let him know, and hopefully he'll kind of decide as well after he gets some more experience on my bike what, kind of get a feel for it and see if it's going to work or not. I mean, unfortunately, you hear a lot of stories of guys getting bikes that are too big for him, so we definitely don't want this situation to happen. But he's definitely getting his money out of it. One of our buddies that worked for Harley for 5 years said it's actually a good deal for what he's getting for it. So he's even if he gets it and basically turns around and sells it, he's going to make money off of it. So hopefully we'll get a kind of a fairly quick assessment to see what he thinks about it and see how he feels on it. But he used to ride years ago, but it was I don't remember what it was. It was kind of like a Honda Enduro, which it was like a kind of a dirt bike, street bike, and they were pretty small. I mean, I don't remember what they were, like a 250 or smaller. So he is definitely not not used to having a bigger bike, and that was, heck, even that was probably damn near 20 years ago when he used to ride that. So, but he's super excited. We picked up the book at the DMV, so he's been going over it while he was on vacation. So when he gets in there and does a class, he's already gone through that stuff, and so hopefully it'll be pretty fresh in his memory. And I'm sure he'll have no problem riding the motorcycles. A couple months back, he took my bike out for a little bit, and he definitely knows what he's doing. He just needs that level of confidence and riding in traffic and kind of getting out there to really, kind of comes back to you fairly quickly. I mean, obviously, you're always super cautious on a motorcycle, but we're super excited to get out and get some riding in. Said that other buddy of ours that works for Harley, he's got a bike, and one of the other buddy of ours, he's got a sport bike, but he's looking to get a Harley. I said probably sometime within the next about 8 or 9 months. So basically by next summer he wants to have it. So we're looking at doing some test rides this summer. Going on, I'd like to test ride a couple bikes. I love the Ford 8. It's an awesome bike, but we're talking about doing some trips, some road trips and stuff for a couple of days. So I definitely need something a little bit bigger than a 2.1 gallon tank. I mean, it's great, especially for the kind of riding I do. I mean, you can get pretty much damn near 100 miles out of a tank, especially if it's mainly the kind of riding I'm doing, or out in the highway, these open country roads where there's not a whole lot of start and stop here. But yeah, definitely need something bigger. So I love the 48, and at the time when I was looking at I thought, you know what, I didn't know if my brother was getting a bike, and he'd been wanting to get a bike for years. So I kind of gave up after a while and just thought, hey, all the riding I do is just in town, so it's not a big deal if I get get one with a smaller tank. But with him getting a bike, and our other buddy getting a bike too, a cruiser, I should say, we're talking about doing some pretty cool trips here. So I'm looking at upgrading. The one that stands out that I absolutely love is a Lowrider S. Man, I love that bike. I love that. Just everything about it. I love just all blacked out. I love the black fairing on there. I mean, it's just awesome. I'd like to test ride that, and the bike that I'm actually surprised I want to test ride is a street bob, because I've never been really fond of like ape hangers, but I don't know, that bike is starting to grow on me. And now, granted, these are obviously bigger tanks, and you're talking 5-gallon tanks and stuff, and I understand some of you guys might be thinking, well, hell, if you're going to start doing quite a bit of riding, you want to get yourself a street glide or something with all these. I have no desire to get a street glide or anything like that that's that big. I'm not, I've said it before, I'm not a fan of windshields. I like the small fairings on the headlight. I'm fine with that, but I'm just not a fan of these huge like fairings and huge windshields. I mean, they're nice bikes, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful bikes, but it's just not my style. It's not what I like. I know they're great, they cut the wind out, but I mean, I enjoy the wind. I like the wind. I wear a full face helmet, so I'm used to the wind. I mean, I ride a motorcycle because I like feeling the wind. I mean, obviously, I mean, I got a full face, but I mean, sometimes I pop the lid. I like to feel I'm on a motorcycle. You know, I have no desire for a windshield, or I mean, some of those are just crazy. Got air conditioned heat, a radio. You know, hell, I'm gonna take a car if I'm gonna do all that, man. I enjoy riding. I enjoy being out. To me, this is motorcycle riding, man. No windshield, no nothing. Just feeling the elements, you know. And to a certain extent, I mean, I am a fair weather rider. I mean, as much as I can be in Colorado. I mean, obviously, I'm not riding if it's snowing. Now, you know, I'll ride somewhere. It's got to be at least in the 50s, and I'll get out. Anything below the, you know, the kind of low 50s, pushing high 40s, I just don't enjoy it. You know, I go riding because I enjoy it, and it's relaxing. And to me, it's not relaxing if the weather is pretty much under 50 degrees. I mean, I've been out. Heck, the day they delivered my bike, it was like 34 degrees that day, and I still took it for a spin. I froze my ass off, and it was colder than all hell. But I mean, it's not something that I would do. You know, I mean, I get out there plenty of times in March. I mean, Colorado's got some great weather. Even, you know, we've got some kind of crazy winters sometimes where, heck, when I took my brother out and we went riding, we took my bike out. Hell, that was like the end of January when we went out. It was crazy. With a day, it was pretty much just about 60. And we took it out, you know. I mean, you know, our winters are really strange. I mean, we might even get some snow. It'll melt after a couple of days. Now, obviously, the main concern with that is the dirt, you know, and on your turns and on the road. But yeah, going back to, you know, test riding a couple of bikes, man, I definitely want to do the Lowrider S and a Street Bob. So we'll kind of see. I mean, I'm not looking for... Right now, I'm kind of looking before next summer sometime, maybe about February time frame when, you know, they're not selling a whole lot of bikes and looking to go the extra mile to get a better deal on something. So I might look about then, February or mid-March, or, you know, maybe during a good snowstorm is good too. I don't mind if they've got if they got a trailer to my house. I don't care. You know, I just want to be able to get a pretty decent deal on it. So, but, we'll kind of see. We're kind of hoping for that this summer, but I'm pretty excited to get out here the next couple of weeks and having my brother with his motorcycle endorsement and getting out there riding together. I mean, we've been talking about this, heck, ever since we were kids. You know, he's been wanting to get a bike since he was about 17 years old. You know, and he's turning 50 here at the end of this year. So, I mean, it's been a long time coming to actually finally get a motorcycle, a Harley, and both of us get out riding together, and our other buddies all going out. So we're real excited about some of the trips that we got planned. So guys, I'm really hoping that this video pans out and the noise distortion is acceptable, and I'll obviously listen to it a couple of times over and make sure there's nothing in there. So also, I mean, I pretty much do all this on my iPad, and I just use an app basically to create the videos. So yeah, I was trying to look for like sound editing apps and videos, and didn't real lucky on coming across anything. So if anybody has any recommendations, said pretty much just iOS, doing it on my iPad, I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to leave a comment. And if you like the video, please give me a like, and thanks for watching. This is Tattooed Alex signing off. Happy Father's Day.